Hello everyone, I am Byung-Chul Jang and I work at Seollin Internet High School. I will take a look at coding and artificial intelligence education in Korea with you. From now on, let's learn more about computer education in Korea. Information education gained renewed attention in 2006 when Professor Janet M. Wing from Carnegie Mellon University referred to computational thinking as an essential element of information education. Computational thinking mainly involves data collection, data analysis, data representation to collect and manipulate data, decomposition to break down larger problems into smaller ones, abstraction to skip unnecessary or too much detailed elements, algorithm and procedure, a set of actions taken to solve a problem or achieve a goal. Automation, offering a solution, can be operated by computing system. Simulation, the result of automation, enable us to learn a model solving a problem and access the results. And finally, parallelization to configure resources so that many processes can be executed simultaneously to achieve the objective. Countries around the world are also accelerating the implementation of computing education. In 2016, the US has set up a plan to teach computer science in all schools, from kindergarten to high schools, and Israel has already organized and implemented a computer science curriculum since 1992 for students from K7 to K12. In England, a traditional powerhouse in computer education, they have implemented a curriculum including computing and coding as required subject for students from K1 to K12 in 2014. Here you can compare Korean information education with information education in other countries. As shown in the previous slide, we can see that computing education is expanding globally since 2000. However, in Korea, information education from 7th to 9th grade is radically decreasing. Most schools would choose not to teach information science until the country reactivated information education in 2015. This is because existing information education in Korea focused on the use of application programs rather than computing and coding abilities. Before 2015, Korea included information science an optional school subject. However, after realizing the existing information education was going in the wrong direction, they introduced information science as a mandatory subject for middle school students in 2015. Since 2015 and in line with global trends, Korea is making efforts nationwide to revitalize information education. But we still have many problems. The biggest one is the lack of computer teachers. Korea is recruiting teachers since 2015, but there is an insufficient number of teachers available compared to the importance of computer education. In 2016, the total number of information science teachers in high schools stood at 3,735, which represents only 3.2% of all teachers. In addition, when looking at South Korea as a whole, it means there is less than one teacher per school. Korea is making efforts to promote computer education at national level. In 2016, the Ministry of Science and ICT started to provide support for the revitalization of computer education and career education research information. Service also is supporting computer education through the development of various textbooks and teacher training since then. The Ministry of Education is hiring more and more teachers to teach computing every year. In 2017, while only 31 teachers were hired nationwide, 186 new teachers in 2018 and 225 in 2019 were hired to teach computer sciences. The content of computer education is also getting more substantial when we look at the contents of computer education for middle school students. We can see that while they used to focus on how to use the internet or word processor, recently they are focusing on coding and problem-solving skills. We are also using diverse teaching aids for computer educations to go beyond traditional computer training only took place in front of the screen. We now also use diverse physical computing tools. In addition, we don't only teach computer science in the computer lab anymore, but also in the classroom through unplugged activities. Moreover, students can easily access coding by using EPL, like Entry, was developed by Neighbor Connect Foundation. So far, I gave a brief overview of coding education in South Korea.